Hello, everyone.
Hey guys.
Welcome to this episode of Catching Up with Yoseka Stationery.
Yeah, it's a special edition.
It's a special edition. You know we love our special editions. And in this episode, in this special edition, we'll be talking about an announcement that we recently shared on Instagram and that I wrote a blog post about just the other day. And it's about an important change that we're making here at Yoseka Stationery, and it's in particularly regard to the thank you notes that we usually include in your online orders. So, for anybody who's ever ordered online from us before, you know that we do a handwritten, personalized note in every single order.
Right, personalized, and like we look at your previous orders. We have a storefront, so we try to make a conversation as if we are talking to you in store.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. Like so Neil and I started writing these notes, these thank you notes, because for a long time, all of our sales and all of our store experience was in person. We were doing pop-ups at different markets, outdoor markets, and we learned so much from those pop-ups, and then we opened our physical in-person store, and for a really long time we didn't get a single online order. A really long time.
Yeah, for a very long time it was just like the online is just there.
Yeah. What's funny is that we started doing online and we were like, let's just wait for the online orders to roll in, and they never came in. We were like, what are we doing wrong? So that's why we started doing in-person things. And then we just had so much fun doing in-person. And I guess, seeing that we're an in-person store helped people to also relate to us more and place online orders. So it was like a symbiotic thing. So we did start getting some online orders, and the first time we got one, we were just racking our brain because we were like, what do we do? We didn't plan for this. How do we wrap a notebook? How do we make it look nice? And part of that making it nice experience was writing this note, because we really were just so grateful that anybody would choose to order from us, and we wanted to show that we felt that in this order. So we started writing our thank you notes, and they were the first one that we wrote was probably pretty long, actually, because we were just really, really thankful and we wanted to show that. But just ongoing from that, for every single order we got after that, there's always been a thank you note. Sometimes they're like 2 to 3 sentences, and sometimes they're much longer if they need to be much longer, like if somebody's asked us a question, or if somebody's ordered something that I feel like they need an explanation for. So we've been writing these notes for a really long time, and as we added more people to the team, Soraya, Ashley, Christine, Jane, I trained them all to write notes. I taught them all how to write notes, and I basically, like Neil was saying, what I said to them was, we just want to show this customer that, we're thankful for their order, and also, imagine what you would say to them if they were shopping in store. And let's just say that in the note. And so sometimes it's just enjoy your pen, and sometimes it's this pen is actually really easy to refill by using this whatever. And so I think that over time, many people who've ordered online from us have come to really love those notes, and I've certainly enjoyed writing them too. It gives me a chance to just kind of sit down and write for a few hours a day, every day. And if there's some new stationery that we've sampled for photographs, we always end up using it in the notes, because it's a good little excuse to try new stationery out.
I also love when customers reply to the notes. And that's my favorite. Sometimes they send back a longer letter.
Yeah.
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 And then we actually get a lot of cards and letters from everyone because of this.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So it's been very rewarding for us, to say the least, to be able to see all of you receiving the notes and enjoying them. You know, you keep them in your planners, you tape them in. Some of you guys have kept every single one, and I can't tell you how much that means to us. But over time, as I was saying, some days we are spending a few hours every day writing notes, and there have been days when it gets to be quite a lot to write the notes. And so, you know, over time, I think I've written over like 15,000 notes, and collectively our team has probably written like 30,000 notes.
Yeah. A lot of notes.
Yeah. What about you?
I've lost counts.
We're just kidding. Neil doesn't write notes as often these days anymore, but I think back in the day, you wrote more than me, even maybe.
Yeah, I think there was a period of time.
Yeah.
Even though I don't write as many.
Yeah.
But a lot of customers reply to my notes.
Okay. We'll see about that. Comment below if you've written back to Neil's note or if you've written back to my note. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. But so, you know, there have been certain days, such as like on Hobonichi Day, or on days when we're having like a really big release, like our Origin release last year, where we got like an influx of orders, and you come in the next morning and you know you're just going to be working on these orders all day, but someone is also writing notes literally all day.
That's right.
Literally all day. There's someone writing notes.
Even on a normal day.
Yeah.
You know, in the storefront right now, one of us will be writing notes. So thank you notes. Yeah. You know, and sometimes the storefront can get busy. Yeah.
And so, you know, on some days it gets to the point where we're finding ourselves like shortening the notes or writing a really quick note. And somewhere along the way, we kind of thought maybe, you know, we're delaying these orders because they have to wait to get their notes, and maybe this isn't exactly how we should be doing things. You know, we shouldn't be delaying these orders just because they haven't gotten a note yet. And on those days where we're delaying orders because they haven't gotten a note yet, we might not be writing the most thoughtful note, right? Because we're so busy and because we're trying to do a million other things. So we got the idea to do sort of a different thank you in the orders. And so this is actually something I'm really excited about. I write a monthly newsletter, and in that monthly newsletter,
you have a lot of fans.
I don't know about a lot. I really don't know if I have a lot of fans.
Because I've heard this. I remember this one guy who like read newsletter from all the way when we started doing pop-up. And when we first opened,
there are those people, and it's always like unbelievable because I'm very rambling in my newsletters, and I can't believe anybody, like, I'm so wordy in my newsletters.
And then he just like accidentally came across our Brooklyn shop. And then I was outside one time, and he was like, "Wow, I didn't know you are opening here, but I do read your newsletter every month." Thank you. That's one fan that I have of my newsletters. Thank you so much. But yeah, I do this monthly newsletter where I just kind of sum up like the things that have been going on at Yoseka these past few weeks, and it's sort of like a written form of catching up with Yoseka Stationery, these videos that we do on YouTube, but a little bit more personal because sometimes, you know, it's just me sitting down and writing. So I might like share a few more things or like whatever I'm thinking of in that moment. But so I thought that maybe people who order from us would like to see like what's going on in this way. And so I asked Ashley to help me out to make a postcard that would
sum up sort of these goings on at Yoseka over the past few weeks. And she did it, and she made this incredible postcard. It's so cute. The first time I saw it, I just freaked out. She put so much thought into this, and I just love it. Like, she put, this is the green from our Yoseka Origin #1 ink, and this is the color swatch from that same ink. This is a team photo, and this is just a little thank you that I wrote for it. And then on the back side are the Yoseka highlights. Some are from the monthly newsletter, whatever most recent monthly newsletter. And then some photos, like some little snippets from our Instagram feed or from the newsletter that we'd like to share with you in the order. And it's numbered. There's an edition number on the top right-hand corner. So these are going to be sort of collectible, and we'll be printing like a new version every few weeks or so. And this is sort of a reflection of what we've been able to accomplish because of your orders and because you choose to support us. So we will be sort of including these from time to time in orders instead of the notes. Or we've been doing this for a couple of days now. What I've been doing sometimes is just like writing a quick note on this postcard as well. And I feel like this is going to be like a really fun new part of collecting parts of Yoseka stationery orders.
It's similar to the notes. Notes are changing. Notes are different every time.
Yeah.
We also have stickers that we give away. Stickers are changing every time. These postcards will be, the highlights of our journey, which is going to be changing as time goes on as well.
Yeah. So it's not like a static thing. We'll be changing up the designs, and we do have really talented team members here, and I'm excited to have different people try their hand at designing different postcards. So the design will change up, the photos will obviously change up, and everything will change up depending on, what we've been working on and what we've been experiencing here at Yoseka. Sometimes you'll get one of these in your order, and sometimes you'll get the handwritten note again, This just kind of gives us an opportunity to, on our busiest days, maybe not write all of the notes if we aren't able to. But I do want to point out that, one of our favorite things to do when we get orders is to look at the little notes that you leave us in your comments. And so if anybody has a question or just enjoys like leaving us a note and like having that back and forth exchange where we write you a note and you write us a note, please continue to do that, because I'd be really sad if we stopped getting those. I'd be really, really sad.
Yeah, and then we will reply with the actual handwritten.
We will, we will. Yeah. Wait,
what?
This is actually is really funny, because this is now like, we've been doing this for a couple of days, and today someone ordered something. It was like, they wrote us a long note, and in it they were like, I'm so excited to see that you do the handwritten notes. My sister shared that you guys do a handwritten note, and I was so excited to place my order and get my handwritten note. But then I saw your latest blog post that you were no longer going to be doing the handwritten notes, and it was like this long thing. And she's like, "But I support you, and I'm really happy to just place my first order from you."
Very sweet.
And so I thought that was so sweet. I took a screenshot of it, and I was gonna show it to you later today, but I didn't have a chance to show it, so I'm telling you. But like something like that, like I wrote her handwritten note because I was super touched. Like, so cute.
We're still going through that.
Yeah.
And then when we see the special instruction, we write handwritten note.
For sure.
Yeah, it just like, sometimes it gets crazy.
Yeah.
And then we need to find a way to balance things a little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting here for like 8 hours.
And I have wondered at times also, I wonder sometimes if some people are like, I'm sick of these handwritten notes. It's like they always say the same thing. Like they always start with thank you for your order, and you know, like, because I don't know, there's sometimes I do run out of certain things to say, but and so they can get a little bit repetitive.
Well, so sometimes the notes are very similar if you order a lot. Yeah.
So you know, for those people who are like so sick of the thank you notes, I completely understand that too. And you're like, give me a postcard. You know, you know, we're excited to be able to give you something new to collect and something new to look forward to each time. So yeah, that is sort of our announcement, and we shared this on Instagram a few days ago, and the responses have just been amazing. I think everybody's just like really so understanding of the fact that this has been at times something difficult for us to keep up with, and people are really excited about these postcards too, because I think Ashley just did such a good job with them. So you know, thank you everybody who's already reached out to us and said that you understand this decision and that you're looking forward to get these postcards. We're looking forward to making more of them. I'm already thinking about like the next one and like what we can do about it. It's just gonna be like COVID. But yeah, thank you so much for everybody who's followed us in our journey so far, and we're really excited to be able to continue to grow and expand and have more time to do things for the community and contribute to the stationery world in different ways as we're growing. And this is just something, a little change that we're making along the way, and we hope you will like receiving these postcards in your order. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video and for following us every step of the way. And do leave us a comment and let us know if you prefer my notes or Neil's notes. I'm just kidding. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.